Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I will be answering questions that I received from some of my followers on Instagram a few days ago. I mentioned it was a chance for you all to get to know me better. So here we go. What advice would you give those who want to get into the modeling industry? So the advice that I would give those who want to get into the modeling industry: get a good, reputable agency to represent you, because I can't tell you how many crooks are out there. So I don't know if you all have heard of some of these companies that make a bunch of girls and guys come into like this big like hotel lobby or a mall, and they tell basically everyone that they can be a model, and they make them pay a certain amount of money. They mention that it's for pictures and that it's for training you how to walk, and all of that honestly is BS. It's BS. You know, they're just taking advantage of you. You're going to spend a lot of money and you're not going to get anywhere. So you need to get an agency that will really represent you the way you need to be and support you and guide you. Obviously, you have to eventually pay for pictures for your portfolio. That you have to do. But you want to get a team, you know, a makeup artist, a hairstylist, or wardrobe stylist, and a good photographer, so your first pictures can really come out good. And when you go out for castings, presentation is everything. So you want to make sure that your first pictures look the best, and an agency will make sure that your first pictures look the best. They won't just make you go into a mall or a hotel lobby and with a bunch of other people have a photographer take a bunch of pictures of everyone at the same time and, you know, hand you those pictures and make you pay a whole lot of money for pictures that are not so great. So I think having the right agency means everything, and that will take you far, and you have to be careful because there are a lot of crooks out there. Next question: what is it like in Kenya? Weather, temperature, fun, and stuff to do. Well, Kenya is a beautiful country. There's so much to do. Hiking, you can go to the beach. We have the city life where you can go clubbing. There's so much to do. You know, when people think of Kenya, they're like, mainly think of safaris, but that's really not the only thing. Some of the fun stuff that I really enjoyed doing when I was in Kenya was the beach. Oh my gosh, if you ever go to Kenya, go to Mombasa, South Coast. It's so beautiful. White sands. It's just amazing. Views are awesome and people are friendly. There are Maasais there. They're really friendly. They talk to like every tourist. So say hi to them when you go there. The weather in Kenya is pretty much nice all year round. It's warm. A lot of people don't even use air conditioning in their homes and apartments because the weather is so nice, so they just open the windows. It's not super hot like most people think. A lot of African countries are like, no. It gets hot, but not that hot. Next question: what is your take on gender equality? Well, this is what I have to say about gender equality. We are no longer in the days where a woman needs to just stay home, cook, clean, take care of the kids. No. Women can be doctors, they can be engineers, they can be pilots. Women can do it all. We need to get paid the same amount of money that men do, because we can do everything. Woman power. So the next question: Tupac or Biggie? I have to say Tupac, because when I think of his music, I think of how he empowered a lot of women through his music. That's the main reason I would say him. I really loved his music. So, what did you study at school, and does it help you with what you are doing now? I started broadcast journalism at the University of Maryland. It definitely helps me with what I'm doing now. I get to use some of the skills. Although I studied broadcast journalism, we learned to do everything from taking videos to editing to coming up with questions to ask people that we're going to interview and everything. I basically am using each of those skills. Now I started a multimedia company and I do everything. I go out, I do the research, take video.
So how do you feel about basically Obama coming to Cuba? And how do you feel about Cubans being able to travel from the US to Cuba and from Cuba to the US freely? How do you feel about those two countries and their relationship?
Ya entiendo. Pienso que es un paso positivo en la dirección correcta de que un presidente de Estados Unidos, después de establecer relaciones, aprobar relaciones con Cuba, venga a La Habana a conocer a los cubanos.
I do photography, I do the social media part of it because we also learned about that. It's really big now. And so I think that it really, really has helped me and it's something that excites me. The next question, what do you do that you think creates an impact on the world? I believe with my multimedia company, the main reason why I started it was to be able to give a voice to the voiceless.
I'm really excited.
Really excited. You met President Obama?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you feel about that?
One of the best days of my life.
Really? Aww. What did he say to you when you met him?
He said everything I wanted to hear.
There are a lot of people out there who don't have anyone to give them that platform, or they don't have that platform, and I want to give them that platform and tell their stories. Basically, I'm not making any money through that, but I'm doing it because I like it. It's my passion, and it's something that I feel like through that platform I can help people. I can tell stories and be there. I don't want to say like, there's a word I'm looking for. I can be their voice. I can be their voice. So simple. So that's why I started it, is because I know like there are a lot of people who do not have a voice and I want to be their voice. That's all, period. What do you like most and what do you do during your free time? I love traveling. It's just something that excites me. I really just enjoy it, and I have learned so much from my travels, and it's just each time I travel I'm a different person, because not only does it tell me a lot about the world and the people and different cultures, and not only do I learn about those different cultures, I learn a lot about myself. And every time I travel, I want to travel more. It just makes me more and more curious. It proves to me how little I know and how much is out there that I don't know. So that's one of the reasons I really, really enjoy it, and I want to continue to keep doing. Do you like sushi? I don't like sushi anymore. I used to like sushi. The last time I ate sushi, I got sick. So ever since that time, I'm not a big sushi fan. Not anymore. How did you break into the modeling industry? Well, when I was about 9 years old in Kenya, I went to a casting for a Coca-Cola commercial, and basically had to just stand and smile for the casting directors, and they contacted my mom about a week and a half after that, and told her that I had been selected. She came home crying, saying, "Sandra, I'm so proud of you," with cookies. And I was like, oh. So that was like my very first big modeling gig. But I took time away, you know, because I was in school, I was young. I didn't really do much after that until I moved to the US when I was about 17, 18. I had like, you know, a few agencies in New York, DC, and I was basically doing modeling, and then I ended up getting picked to be on America's Next Top Model.
You guys are like overly fabulous nannies in platform shoes, but you're kind of ignoring your babies and your baby carriage.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
I don't know any nannies that walk around quite like this.
Good.
Relate to each other. I love the little hand thing, Sandra.
Good.
Okay, 10 frames, make it work. Perfect.
Good.
Okay, good.
And so I did that. And I'm still doing it now, but not as much as I used to because I'm doing journalism now as well. So I try to do it whenever I have some free time, and it's something I enjoy on the side. Another question I have, what helps you relax when you are nervous? I would have to say when I am nervous, if it's at night, I drink wine. If it's during the day and I just not feeling it, like I just am really not believing in myself, or just sort of feel like there's something pulling me back, I just push myself, you know. I used to be very shy when I first came to the US. In middle school, I would just walk around like by myself with my head down. And when I got to high school, I was just like, no, I can't be shy anymore. And when I started modeling, I was like, this is really helping me, you know, bring me out. And I just loved being in front of the camera, and I was always just more vibrant in front of the camera, and I more, you know, myself. And so I feel like modeling helps bring me out more. I'm still shy in certain occasions, but when I'm comfortable around people, I open up. But usually what I do when I'm out and I feel a bit nervous, I just tell myself, no, you can't, just don't let this stop you, you know? You need to not let this affect you at all, and try to be yourself, try to engage people. When you start talking to people, you're more comfortable. And so I try to just start talking, and you find out what you have in common with people, and you become more and more and more comfortable that way. So that's what I try to do. I just push myself. The last question, are the fights on America's Next Top Model real or fake? Well, let me just tell you this. In a lot of shows on television, there's drama. Sometimes maybe the drama is real, and yes, sometimes the drama is blown out of proportion. It's blown out of proportion for ratings. It's blown out of proportion to keep you guys entertained. So you have to remember that. All that you see may not always be the case, may not always be what actually happened. A lot of what you see is messed around with, you know, there's editing, they could make it seem like two people are against one another when it's not true. So there's a lot of, they play with footage that they get a lot, and they mix and match, so you have to be aware of that as a viewer. But there are some times, it's a stressful situation, so there are some times where there's a bit of drama, but for the most part, a lot of it is just blown out of proportion for you to be entertained. I believe that was my last question. Oh, I got some questions about dating and men, and I'm not going to answer those questions on this video, but I will create another separate video where I will discuss all of that. If you all have any other questions that you may want to ask me, you can always send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, wherever you follow me, and be more than happy to respond to your question. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon on my next video. Bye.